Hey, how's it going everyone? Welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. So I figured what we could do in this episode, guys, is we could go try to go and get Liu Fei, which is one of the companions that they released for the Age of Heroes. To get prepared for this, I actually watched one of the videos, I believe it's from Pixel Cave, I believe is what his channel is called, and I watched his video to see what it all entailed to what you needed to do in order to get him. And there seems to be quite a few things, like for example, like the 8-hour timer in between each I think each section of the quest line, which I think since I'm on PC, I think what I can do is from what I was reading, is change the computer's time, like the actual time of the computer, to like 8 hours in advance, and it should still trigger the quest line. So I think I'll try and do that or whatnot, or maybe just leave it, because I've also heard that if you leave, like actually log off from the game, it still works that way. So I'm not sure. Either way, from what I read, it works, so I'll probably just pick one and we'll go with that. But yeah, so I just thought it was probably high time, we could go and start doing those, see what they're all about, because I've been wanting to do that for the longest time, is to go see if we can find those companions. So I figured we could start off with him first, and then maybe work with Freya on the next episode and stuff. So, but yeah, if you guys haven't noticed already, I am sitting in an inn that I crafted off camera, that we placed the barkeep in, and I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this real fast. So yeah, we've got the barkeep in here. We've got Tal over here playing music and stuff, kind of entertaining the guests. It's not a big inn or anything. It's just kind of like a rundown sort of inn that you would find in like kind of a low-ended city and stuff like that, during hard times and stuff. So that's kind of what I was going for. But it's not like they haven't kept it up, it's like makes it kind of homey and stuff like that, even though it's in a rough area. So yeah, so I just put a couple of pictures up on the walls and stuff, and I got 2 bedrooms here. Like this one bedroom here that just has like kind of an old bed, and then just a picture there. And I'm thinking about adding some small little things in here to kind of liven it up a bit. And of course the other room is exactly the same. It's just got another picture, and then something something's going on in this room. Maybe we should go out and not disturb them. But yeah, I was going to put some kind of the same things that was going to be in that room there. Kind of, like I said, make it kind of homey and stuff. But yeah, so also, if any of you guys have played Age of Conan, you'll definitely get the name of this inn here. I just named it after the Thirsty Dog Inn from Tortage at the beginning of the game. So I think, let me make sure Dagger has everything we need here. See, she has 3-5 salted pork, and I think I've got some salt going. Make it 100 salt. So we'll take the salt that we've got, and we need to make some more salted pork for sure before we head out. And I do need to, I remember from his video that I need to upgrade the Tome of Kurak for this in order to get the sacrificial stone altar. So I can make, I believe, 3 vials of the blood taken from people. So we need to go and capture 3 thralls, I believe. I'm not entirely sure how long it takes to do that, but we'll see once we get it all worked out and placed. So let's do this. Get the pork. But yeah, I just figured that inn would look a lot better, being in a building like that instead of being set outside. I mean, that still had its aesthetics, but I just thought it would be more aesthetically pleasing having it in a building. And I got to make sure to get some more of these potions too, just in case we do need to do some fighting during this quest. And put some of this stuff up, because I see we've got some miscellaneous stuff in our inventory that we need to place in a chest. And I keep forgetting that I need to actually start the stove. It is not a fireplace. So we'll put those there. We can put these 2 things somewhere else. But yeah, I was going to show you guys too that the last episode when we were doing the Sacred Hunt event, I was actually going to do a special part 2 kind of episode where I had gone and gotten the the Maladora's Grand Champion lure. Like, I went and actually got it set up to go and face that Werebear boss again in his purest form. But I didn't realize that when the timer, like it says, expires in 20 hours, I didn't realize that this, you had to actually leave the game on for 24 hours in order for it to actually, like, work. I just figured it'd be kind of like with what the companions do that I was talking about earlier, is like you can kind of maybe change the time, which I didn't do that, unfortunately. I didn't even think about changing the time at that particular time, but you know, like, you can log off and it actually makes the time go down. But apparently with this one, you can't do that, so that's unfortunate. But, you know, like, next time we can definitely try it again. And I went ahead and got some more Gnarl Fangs too, but fortunately I didn't go and get any of the rewards. So that's a shame. And I believe I have some more aloe leaves floating around. So I did a lot of resource collecting off camera the other day. Maybe not aloe leaves in general, but more or less like stone and wood. Okay, so none of those bad boys. Let's check on these real fast and see if they're done. Yep. Awesome, awesome. So let's put those in Dagger's inventory. And I suppose we should take a look and see what we need to... Actually, I want to make sure she's following me too. Okay, so let's just see what we need to do in order to upgrade this Tome of Kurak. Because like I said, I think I've said this or mentioned this a couple of times back in the earlier episodes, is that I have never really messed with sorcery in this game. I think it's about high time that I need to start learning how to do it stuff. I mean, I kind of, like, off camera, I did kind of mess with the arcane staff a little bit, just to see what it's all about, and it does look really cool. So maybe at some point, or maybe another playthrough, I'll make a character that just uses sorcery as a on the side and stuff. I really do hope they kind of revisit sorcery again, like add some more things to it. Maybe add some more spells and other things that you can do with it. Because it does seem like it's kind of bare bones of what they've got so far. But okay, let's see if we can't get a... Because I think we need... Yeah, we need a sorcerer spell page. So let's see if we can get one out of this Semite satchel. Sure did. Awesome. And put that back there. And then we need putrid meat and 1 stone. So that's definitely doable. Dagger? I don't think you're supposed to be in between the door like that. Like, molded into it. Let's get you fixed. So let's go grab those potions. Okay, got those. And we need that stone. 1 measly little piece of stone, and then some putrid meat, which we got plenty of that. And nice, we can go ahead and craft that now. That's really cool. Yeah, that was a really cool animation. Sounds like it's still going. Let's see. Did we learn? I think we learned some stuff too, so let me check out the sorcery tab. And yeah, it looks like we got the sacrificial stone. So we just need 600 stone for that, 100 iron bar, and a torch. And now we just need a torch. So wood and plant fibers.
Alright, so we've got that, and now we just got to figure out a place to put it. This place is definitely getting cramped. And well, since the sorcery table is right there, maybe we can put it in the back. In the back of the, like right here where it's hidden. I think maybe if I put it down somewhere I can move it with the Pippi system, so... I gotta make sure I turn the admin on for that. This is such a good mod. Just being able to move it anywhere you want. It may not work half the time, but I mean at least it's there. So maybe do it like right there. Yeah, it's kind of floating a little bit on that right side, but that's okay. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, the question now is... I guess what we do is just go capture some people and then place them here. Well, no time like the present to experiment, right? So let's go grab... Actually, before we do that, I just noticed that we have a lot of almost broken tools. So let's repair that real fast. Alright, pickaxes repaired, so it's the steel poignards, and then let's make sure everything else looks alright. Steel sickle needs to be repaired. Let's see, the steel skinning knife, steel hatchet, and the steel pick are pretty good. So is the steel cleaver. But alright. I think I got everything out of there. Yep. And we do need to split some of these potions real fast with dagger. Okay, we might as well go ahead and grab our iron trudgeon. Some rawhide bindings that aren't about to break. Yeah, I'm not quite sure if this is actually what we're supposed to do. I probably should have looked that up before I started recording, but I mean that's okay. I mean we can, like I said, we can experiment and figure it out. And that crocodile is killing our potential targets. I think we'll have at least one to be able to get. Nope, you're not going to get him. Nope. All right. Okay, put rawhide bindings there. It's been a hot minute since we've been over this direction to do anything. It is quite nostalgic. I think he's gonna... Yep, he fell. I forgot about that. Whoa! Like I said, the ragdoll physics in this game is just absolute chef's kiss. Hey, let's just see if this is exactly what we need to do in order for it to work. Huh. Sure is. Now I just gotta figure out. Okay, so I think this is what he's looking for. Liu Fei is the blood right for this. The sacrificial blood in a flask, and I think he needs 3 of these. I think he needs 3 of these.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and I guess we'll start it off with the blood, right? Unless has a timer on it. It may have a timer on it. So let's go create 3 of these glass flasks real fast. Just so that way we will have those. Okay, so we just need glass, which I thought we had. Wait, what? We do have one. Just one little measly glass for that, but let's see if we have any crystal to use. I don't think so. A Sumerian blue dyes in a flask. Nope. No crystal. So I guess what we'll have to do is unfortunately have to go get some, I guess. I could have sworn we had some crystal laying about somewhere. Nope. Crystal there. Definitely no crystal probably in this thing. Oh! Well, it looks like our little baby crocodile that we've had since the northern base up there have finally passed away. Well, damn. May his sacrifice not be in vain. Okay, so I don't think we have any crystal laying about here at the base, so what I think we might do is just go do a small crystal run, and I think there's a cave not too far from us, which I believe is somewhere. Actually, I think this is it right here. I think I see the little indentation of the cave right there. But yeah, well, I think right there is also where you can get a gorilla pet. I think if you face a 3-skull named NPC that you can kill, and then if you get his heart, I think you can sacrifice it to the altar there, and you could potentially get a gorilla pet. I think that's how it works, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I figured we could go there because I think there's a lot of crystal in there, if I remember correctly as well. So we can go ahead and do that. So that way we don't have to do this again. And the only place I can think of that we could also go to get that would have been the Warren of Degenerates, or killing some rock noses around the Iron Valley. But I think this is a lot closer to where we are, so we'll just go ahead and do that. And then we'll come back and make some glass and make those glass flasks real quick, so that way we can get ourselves over to the jungle to start Liu Fei's quest. Yeah, I've got to make it my priority to start making some more of these special foods like the salted jerky and stuff. Because even when I was playing this game, you know, before making the series, like I'd never really even considered making the special foods because I always just walked around with the savory meat, you know, that we've been using since the beginning of this series and stuff like that. But, you know, it never really occurred to me to actually make those foods in order to get benefits from them. So that is definitely good to know. And I'll definitely start making it an initiative for myself to start making more of those. Because having health plus 60, even though it doesn't sound like a lot, but it'll probably help us out in the long run. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot more other foods that we can make that will help us out too. Yep, and this is it. That was definitely right. Put that indentation in the map. Okay, might as well clear out some of the entryway. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with Slade. I guess we'll find a place to put him. There we go. And I remember You can't collect crystal, unfortunately, with your sickle or even your pickaxe. So we'll just have to collect it by hand. Definitely need our torch out for this. Huzzah! Crystal galore. We'll just painstakingly go through here and collect pretty much all of these. And it really bothers me, which I'm actually just going to... Because I know you can't, but just the fact that these larger nodes are... Okay, that's boss music. Oh, there's an Imp King down there. Okay. Yep. It just bothers me that you can't collect these giant crystal nodes. Okay, got about 100 or so. Oh, this one actually has a lot of crystal planted in it. Jeez. It's like, when is it going to stop? Let's go collect this last... or this area right here real fast, and then we'll head back. Man, this one's a lot longer than the other one. It's like almost reaching up to 400 crystal. Oh, there we go. So what was that, about 372? Yeah, I think that's okay for right now. And we'll probably split half that and make that into glass and stuff. And as soon as we make the crystal in the glass and make those flasks and then put the blood in it, we should be ready to go straight to the jungle. Because we did everything else. We got the potions done. We've got the salted pork for her finished, and all of our tools are repaired, so we should be well ready to go, I believe. Okay. Whoa, Slade! What are you doing up on top of the roof, bud? Oh, okay. All right. Let's just do some really nice magician teleporting there. All right, so, okay, take this. Half of this, I'd say. Got 92. Glass is being made, and we'll put the rest of the crystal probably in this little mining storage container. Okay, so we'll just chill out right here for a minute, wait for this to be finished, and then we'll go and make those flasks for the blood. Okay, so we got about 51 made. We probably don't have to spend all that time working all of that. So we only need like 3 for each flask. We only need 3 of them. So might as well go ahead and just take those out. Just there, make 3. And we'll just wait on that. Okay, we'll just go back over here. And we'll just sacrifice our handsome guy right here. Go ahead and put this here. Needed 2, available 1. Okay, let's just see if this works.
1,700 and 1,700 and
I've never seen this before either. Kind of like how she cut the bowl and not his throat.
impressive, but we can all
Ah, cool. Gain some corruption while doing that. That's lovely. Okay, so we were able to get the sacrificial blood in a flask. Nice. And then we just need to get 2 more of those.
grab it with glittering gold.
So yeah, definitely a process, but we're definitely getting it finished. So let me make sure, how long does that... Okay, it's a component, so it doesn't have a time limit on it, so that's good. Let's go ahead and grab 2 more thralls. We'll just put those up. We're not going to really need those. And we'll put her back where she was. And we'll go grab 2 more victims. Oh, come on. Seriously? Wow, I missed like 3 times out of that. It's crazy. Okay, we'll grab her. Bring her back.
And 1,700.
Okay. And we need to go get the flasks. I like how... Seriously, I love how this game, like, does this whole thing where you make multiples of things and it only crafts 1. They really do need to fix that. Because it can definitely get annoying sometimes. Okay. Oop. I keep forgetting we have to do this first.
Fine harvest of riches.
Let's see if she actually cuts the throat this time and not the bowl. Nope. Still cuts the bowl. And that could be just where where I've placed the thing. Okay, so got sacrificial blood. Okay, craft one of those. Go ahead and grab that, and we'll go get 1 more victim. 1 more sacrifice. Jeez. Well, it actually did what it was supposed to. It actually, like, disintegrated his head instead of breaking him in half. Okay, so who do we want to be our next victim, or I should say our last victim? Guess we'll go ahead and grab this guy for our last victim. Nice. So here we go. And then once we get this last flask, we'll go ahead and grab Dagger and we'll make our way over there. We'll probably put the truncheon up and the rope. And then we should be set to go. All right, come on, Dagger. Let's get on Slade and make our way to the jungle so we can go ahead and get this started. So I think, like I said, everything looks good. Got everything repaired, and we have our savory jerky and stuff, and everything looks good to go. And I went ahead and marked, I believe, where on Pixel Caves' video. Actually, no, I didn't. I did not. So I think he is, because in Pixel Caves' video, he marks it to about where it's kind of where the Palace of the Witch Queen is. It's kind of like right over here. So I'm going to put a marker right there. And we'll use our little animal marker there. Why not? Liu Fei. Put a question mark. Put it right there. And I think this right here is where the Den of Orgies, I think, or the place where you can get Darketo's religion, and you can also get a priest from there too. So we'll mark that as well, just in case. Yeah, we'll do something like that for this. That'll be fine. We'll put Darketo Shrine. Okay, and we'll make sure to visit that too, so that way we can get it actually marked for future references. Okay, cool. So we'll make our way over there. And like I said, whenever we get to that point to where we have to do the 8-hour like break in between the quests, I'll try to get my computer's time to be changed 8 hours in the future, so that way we can just keep going with the quest and not have to wait on that. So I may have to do this video in segments, just so I can get that changed. But I think it'll turn out okay. At least I hope it will. And I think when it comes to the stuff for Liu Fei's quest, like, I think what we'll need is we'll need to go kill an ancient Rhino, I believe, and then get the Heart of a Hero, which that will have a 40-minute timer on it. And then we'll have to go and kill some like babies like that in order to get the Eyes of Innocence, which I believe has a 10-minute timer on it. So I went ahead and, because when I watched Pixel Cave's video and stuff, I noticed that over in the jungle there's only like a one place or so where babies can spawn, or it's a little challenging to find them, but apparently in the Descent of Dagon is where we'll find some baby panthers, I think. So we'll have to look around there for that. But I think what we'll do is we will go and get the Brimstone, which we need that. And then we'll go get the Ancient Rhino Horn, get the Heart of the Hero, and then run all the way back over here if we can, and then get the Eyes of Innocence, then turn them in to Liu Fei. I think that might be a good strategy. And we might as well go visit this city too, which I don't think we've... I can't remember if we've actually been through here or not. I can't really remember on the top of my head, but I mean, we'll explore it real fast. So I think this is also part of the river mod. So let's see what we've got here. Some Queen Sword Fighters. Okay. That sucks. That was not intentional. I have no idea how that happened. Slade just glitched out and nudged one of the Queen's guards, I guess. Okay, so let's backtrack a second. See, what was this place called? Jalatta Port? Yeah, okay, so that's... Yeah, that's definitely part of the River City mod. Ooh. A named smelter is here. And a smelter too. Okay, so it's good to know that named thralls can spawn here. Okay, 3 set priests. But no high priest. Okay, cool. Yeah, we probably don't need to stick around here for too much longer, but it's good to know that there are some more thralls over here, and especially named ones too. Yeah, so we may need to come back over here and see if there's anything worth getting at some point. And there's a boat over there, which that might be Also part of the River City mod as well. See if I can make a note. Come back for that. Let me put it like right here. So that way we can probably come back and explore that at some point. Yeah, because I don't remember that being there ever in the game, unless it was part of like Age of War or something. But something tells me it's definitely part of the River City mod. Okay, we should be getting close to at least the Palace of the Witch Queen. And we should be getting close to that Den of Orgies. Not exactly sure why I keep calling it that. I know that's not what the name of it is called, but that's just the first thing that pops in my head. Oh, there it is. I see it out there in the distance. Okay, so we'll just see if we can't discover it on the bottom. I have a feeling that you can't, but I think what we'll do is we'll maybe climb up here a little bit just to see if we can't get it to be discovered. We might as well leave Slade here too. Oop, obviously can't do that. Because why not? There we go. The Pagoda of Boundless Lusts. Well, I wasn't too far off from the Den of Orgies. Okay, so now that we've discovered that, we might as well head over to our right here. Let's see if we can find Liu Fei's location. Probably need to put him up somewhere. So I have a feeling that you probably won't be able to put him over next to his location, so... I don't think he'll have any trouble defending himself since he has like 16,000 health. And he's level 13. Cool, so he's got his first perk. So let's see what that is. Oh, cool, he's basically just a jack of all trades. So he has all of his like +3 and all of these things. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, we'll have to come out here and do the Sunken City dungeon. Because I've only have done that dungeon once. Oop. Yeah, I've only... As far as I can remember, I've only done that dungeon once. And it was pretty cool. It's definitely worth doing again, I think. If I remember correctly, though, it's kind of confusing, or it can be confusing. And you're going to need like a lot of breathing potions. But though I can't remember if that was actually... I'll have to go back and relook at that. You know, all the stuff we need in order to craft the thing to remove the bracelet. But I don't know if that dungeon is a requirement or not. We'll just have to look at that and see. Okay, so did I not? Okay, so we are... Oh! There's Dagon. Yeah, okay, we found it. We definitely found it. Go and change our... Okay. And... And that definitely has corruption around it. So I have a feeling we're going to get corruption when we start talking to him.
By Chung Ho's grace, you made it.
Okay. Cool. There he is. There's our old Liu Fei. let's see what he has to say.
Exile, we have little time. Holding this form requires much energy. As you have no doubt surmised, my true form is trapped within the Yothka plant.
Okay. That can't be good.
I am Liu Fei, Sorcerer to the Celestial Emperor of Kitai, Master of the Five Storms, and Sacred Defender of the Many-Petaled Throne.
Nice.
Complex arcane calculations led me to this strange land. For many long centuries, my circle has watched the skies, staying ever vigilant for an astrological conjunction that would signal the return of a demon. A demon of such incalculable appetite. It is destined to swallow the world.
And that also can't be good. So I'm guessing that kind of premonition, I suppose, led him here. I would assume.
Many hours of research and scrying found me here in the Exile lands, where I discovered the door that would admit the demon.
So I guess all of that, what they witnessed, was pinpointed to here. Interesting.
It is my eternal shame to admit that when I came upon the door, the demon within tricked me.
Well, I guess he wouldn't be a very powerful demon if he couldn't trick a mere human.
I will forego the humiliating details, but know that the beast lured me into this vegetal prison where I am unable to stop it. I fear it is only a matter of time before it crosses over to begin its ravenous feast.
Okay, can you be freed? Perhaps I can hack this plant to bits.
You must not! While I admit that I do not completely understand the plant's infernal anatomy, I know that it is born of a vile seed. A seed that takes purchase within corrupted soil and grows until its blasphemous roots extend all the way back to hell. No, Exile. If you kill the plant, you may well kill me too. We will have to find another way to loosen its grip.
Okay, got two choices. And that's pretty cool. You get the kind of like the mercenary type option where it's just like, yeah, okay, what's in it for me? Do I get gold or what? But for my character at least, I think I'll do this one. Like, what would you have me do?
Because I am bound to this hell plant, you will have to go forth as my hand. Our first and most important mission is to seal the doorway. Only then can we turn our efforts toward freeing me. I sense that you too are a student of the arcane. The banishing ritual will require blood. Bring me 3 flasks of sacrificial blood.
Okay. So I do have those. Let's see what he says.
Exile, we have little time. Holding this form requires much energy. You make your return. Have you the required blood?
Okay, so freshly drained from pitiful exiles. And then I have it though. I didn't realize this task would be so grim. So I would pick this one, but I'm kind of putting it myself in my character's shoes. So I'm gonna be, I guess, the let's just do this option first and see what happens.
The path we travel goes through shadow. You must embrace the darkness and find your strength there. And now, I must rest. My powers are nearly exhausted. I will call out to you again when I can.
Okay, so I think this is our first 8-hour break. So I think what I'll do now is I will first drink water before I die of thirst. So I think what I'll do is I will stop the recording here. And like I said, I think I was going to do this video in segments just because of that 8-hour break. So I think what we'll do is we'll stop the recording, and then I'll try to change my computer's clock to 8 hours, and then we will resume the recording. So give me a minute to figure that out, and we will be right back.
I am restored, Exile. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, I am. Liu Fei, let's continue on with your quest till the next 8-hour timer, I guess.
There is no time to tarry. The blood you acquired is but one of the ingredients required to seal away the demon.
Okay, so what else must be procured?
The ingredients are powerful and will be difficult to obtain. We will need the eyes of Innocence, the horn of an ancient Rhino, Brimstone, and the heart of a hero.
Okay, let's just kind of go through these and see what he says.
Brimstone can be found in the dark corners of the land. The sulfur springs in the northwest, just off the shores of the eastern jungle, or in the many caves throughout the desert.
You know, I wonder if his voice actor is from Age of Conan, like he was able to do a voice for one of the characters in Age of Conan, because it sounds familiar.
The ingredients are powerful and will be difficult to obtain. We will need the eyes of Innocence, the horn of an ancient Rhino, Brimstone, and the heart of a hero.
Okay, let's do Ancient Rhino Horn, then.
Journey north beyond the unnamed city. There you will find an oasis of twin shimmering pools where the ancient rhinos stop to water. The ingredients are powerful and will be difficult to obtain.
Okay, so what about the Eyes of Innocence?
For this, you must seek out the youngest of animals. Those that have not yet seen the evils of the world. But you must kill them quickly, so they do not see the deed. The ingredients are powerful.
Okay, and where can I find the heart of a hero?
Worry not about murder. I would not have you taking hearts from the innocent. Not when others have already done the foul work. Travel to the cursed city of giants in the west, and slay the treasure seekers that despoil the ruins there. These desperate men often carry the hearts of heroes, as they attempt to even the odds against the sorcerous mysteries of the giant kings.
Okie dokie. Which I think, after watching Pixel Caves' video, I think there is a boss of that caliber that's inside the silver mines, just a little south of where we're going to go kill the ancient rhino, over there by where the Severmero is. So yeah, I think we'll take a look at that once we kill the ancient rhinos. So cool. Okay, so understood. I will return with the reagents at once. Alright, so let's see. Now we've just got to go get 'Cause the first thing we needed to go do is get the ancient Rhino horn, because I don't think that has a timer on it. So let us make our way to Seprimero, or close to it at least. That way we can go try and find that ancient Rhino that's hanging out over there. Let's go ahead and try and find Slade wherever we placed him. I think we just put him over here. Yep. Alright, let's try and get ourselves over there as fast as we can. And I think what we'll do is, because I could have gone over to right behind Liu Fei to have gotten the Brimstone, but I figured what we could do is just go straight back to base real fast and collect the Brimstone that we have, because I think we have some in the Alchemist workbench, so or at least the Fireball Cauldron, I think. So we'll take a look at that and see if we got any there. And I'll just grab maybe a dozen or so. Ooh, a chest. See what's in this chest real quick. Okay, got some silver coins, some 2 awnings, orange Stygian carpet, which we might put in the inn, a simple tent. Yeah, sure, why not? We'll take most of these. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with a water orb. Alright, so let's just run in here real fast and grab the Brimstone, and then we'll make our way over to Seprimero to get, or close to it, like I said, to go kill the ancient Rhino. And I've got to do something about this. I've noticed this. Wait, why are they injured? Or are they drunk? Ooh, they may have been gotten attacked by those things. Yeah, I've got to fix this. Because for some reason they keep spawning outside of the inn. So let me see if I can open the gate. And they don't start moving. Yeah, they're moving now. So I guess I'll have to remove the gate and see if that actually fixes the problem. For aesthetic reasons, I don't really want to remove the gate, but I mean, if it, like I said, makes it to where they work and they can go inside the inn properly like that, then I'll just have to remove it. Because, I mean, I won't have to worry about anything getting through. At least, not at all. I mean, I don't think so, because, I mean, having these 2 lovely girls here, well, they'll take care of these shellbacks that try to come in, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'll make a note to remove that gate so that way they can go into the inn properly. Let's put these treasures that we got real fast in these things in here. And these chests. Because I don't think there's any room in this one. So we'll just kind of make it in here. Alright, so those are in there. So let us go see if we don't have any Brimstone laying about in here. Oh, we have 5. I think that's enough. I think we only just need 1 Brimstone, right, for this? I can't remember in his video if he mentioned how much we had to have for the Brimstone, but I mean, I'll just take this with us. And we'll just see if 5 is enough. And if not, then I think there's like literally some Brimstone underneath the water, like where he is, that we can grab some. I don't know. I think 5 is enough. So we'll just keep it that way for right now. Alright. So let us move over to Seprimero, which I think it's going to be about... Because I think this is the silver mine. The ancient Rhino is like over around this area, I think. So we'll take a look over there and see. And you know, we might as well just go ahead and take the gate down. Might as well. Just so that way we don't forget to do it. Since we're here. There we go. And we'll just keep an eye on it and see if they actually do come in like that. Just kind of sucks though, just to have it without a gate, but I mean, if this was a PvP server, this would be a big old no-no. A big old no-no. Alright, let's head to Seprimero. And I'm trying to think what would be the best way to go, because, let's see, check the map real fast. Well, I mean, I would say we could cross the river and go up here, and then just go through this way. Because we'll come up right next to the silver mines and the ancient rhinos, so might as well kind of take a detour, I guess. This way. Maybe kind of backtrack and we'll go through this way, I guess. Though that is, well, to be honest, that does lead to... Yeah, I'll tell you what. Let's just go back, and I think I know where we can cut off. To where we can get there kind of safely without having to go all the way to the dregs. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll cross the Iron Valley here, and I think take a left. I want to say, I'll take a look at the map again as soon as we get across it. Okay, so if we cross the river here and go up, well, I'll tell you what, there seems to be an exit of the unnamed city right here, so we'll go into the unnamed city and kind of cross to our left there, and then we'll come out, I think, right there. I think that's an opening. So let's try that without falling and dying. Run, run, little deer. You gonna get yourself chopped or ran over by a horse. Yeah, I was like, I could go ahead and get the Heart of the Hero here, but that 40-minute timer, though, I don't think it... I think we will definitely run out by the time we actually get the Rhino Horn and to make it all the way back. Yeah, when I was playing this by myself and with my friends, we would, whenever we would join a server, if we wanted to go build, like, one of our favorite places to build was like right over here on Ironbreaker Ridge, like on top. And there was one spot, I think it's like right here, I'm literally looking at it, I think right there above the silver mines is like this area where you can climb up, and it's like nestled into this little mountainside that you can build. We used to build right there too, but we would always start at the desert, of course, and then make our way up here and climb up through here, and then make our way this way. We did that a lot on a PvEC server, and I think we even did it on a PvP server once. But yeah, this was our safe way to get to those locations. Yep, so here we go. We're already at one of the entrances to Seprimero. I believe, yep, there's the ancient rhino right there that we need. And then the silver mine is just right over here. So I think what we'll do is we'll put Slade right here. This will be a good spot to keep him out of harm's way. I'm really hoping that we are strong enough to beat this. But I mean, if we can take care of the 3-skull crocodile boss pretty well, I think we can take care of this So let's just give this a shot and see what happens. We probably need to kill this Rhino first, so that way we don't aggro it. It's actually a nice block I just did. Okay, so we might as well go ahead and put these wraps here just in case we need those. That brimstone there. Alright, big guy, let's tussle. Okay, doing quite well right now. Other than running out of stamina, of course. Change back into our knives. Add that bleed effect. Nice. Okay, so I'm guessing we're going to need this. Do maybe the pickaxe? Let's see. Or is it skinning? It would be skinning, would it? Nope. Didn't get it that time. I mean, I wonder if it's a guaranteed drop or... Okay, so that's kind of weird. I would assume that it would have just dropped from just using the pickaxe, but there's a hard steel spear that we can give to Nahaji, I guess, since she's the one who was using those. Get the steel fire. But yeah, that's kind of strange. I thought it would have been a 100% drop rate. Let me check that again, or at least check and see if that's the case or not. So give me 1 second. Well, how about that? So I'm checking on the wiki right now just to see if what I was doing was correct or not. And it says, if this is from the March 25th update that just happened, it says an unattended bug in the March 25th patch disabled these from dropping. Funcom is aware of the bug and is attending to fix it. Of course. What else is new? So, if that's the case, then I really do hate to do this. But I'm going to see... I mean, we technically beat it. So, I don't think I'm going to feel guilty of doing this. I just hate having to resort to this method. But if that's the case with that March 25th update, we'll just have to do it this way. If we can actually even get it, because it could be just completely gone. Let's see. You kidding me? Let's see, maybe we can take a look at the ID again. There we go. I was about to get really scared for a second, because I thought we weren't going to have it at all. Okay. So, yeah, like I said, unfortunately, we'll have to resort to this method, because if that's the case for the 25th of the March, that update that came through, then no one's going to be able to get it until they fix that bug. So yeah, unfortunately, I had to resort to that, but that's okay. At least we can keep the quest going. And we did technically beat it, so... And we also got ourselves another key, too, so that way we can open up some treasure chests in a dungeon. Get some legendary weapons. Okay, so let me make sure that doesn't have a timer on it. I hope it doesn't. No, okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, Slade, you can stay right there for a little bit. And we'll just skip on over here to the silver mine. And try and get that heart that we need to get. But yeah, what I was talking about earlier about us building a base up around here, it's like right up there. It is like a very... If you were like wandering down here and you weren't building really tall, you could actually get away with hiding your base up there. But if you build it, you know, too high to the point to where you can see it up here, then of course people are going to locate it and try to attack it. But yeah, it's a really good place to build. At least in my opinion, it is. Okay, might as well collect some silver while we're here. I think that's iron, right? Oh, nope. Oop, I did not mean to go inside of it at the moment. Let's go back out and collect these right here. Alright, so I haven't done this in a long time, so I can't remember what's all in here.
In the name of Set, identify yourself.
I don't think so.
Taste death.
The jackal laughs for me.
I was actually kind of nervous there for a second because he was using a katana, which I'm not used to seeing the animations of, so it kind of freaked me out a little bit. Okay, let's take this as slow as... Oh, shit. I think that's who we are looking for. Possibly. Using that Silent Legion armor. Yep. There it is. Okay, so let's try to get out of here as fast as we can to get to... I just hope we can make it in time. Because we need to go get it. We need to go over here to see if we can't find those little baby panthers that are there. Though we could possibly find something on the lines of here, like around the base. Because we could definitely try that. And I think we can get to Liu Fei before the timer's up. So we'll give it a shot. Okay, so let's grab that. And head out here as fast as we can. We've already lost a minute or so because I was talking. To the bat horse, Robin. Old chum. Alright, so I guess we'll take the same route as we took to get here. And I'm getting stuck in trees, because, I mean, why ever not? And hopefully, since, you know, with our horse, or now that we have a horse, and their stamina pool is a little bit more versatile, I guess. I guess the lack of a better term, or more efficient. There we go. That's a better word. We should be able to get there
in a good amount of time, I think. Compared to if we were using the Rhino, of course. Is what I'm trying to get at. You know, if I would have known that the ancient Rhino horn doesn't drop right now because of that bug, I could have just gotten the ancient Rhino horn from the admin page and then killed one of these treasure seekers. And I am, of course, getting confused about where I'm at. Because I'm not paying attention. Might be a good time to drop. Carefully. Or, get almost wasted from just falling from that little bit of a height. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to get the Eye of Innocence from here, because I don't think we'll make it in time for 10 minutes. So I think what we'll do is we'll maybe go back towards home, kill maybe a baby shellback, and then we should have enough time, hopefully, to get there to turn this in. Alright, so let's kill one of these babies real fast and see if we can actually make it in time. Okay, so it seems like they're actually working without the gate, so that's good. Gotta kill the mama real fast. Or mama and daddies. I hate to do it, but it's gotta be done. Let's see, try it again. Huh. I'm guessing... Yeah, I don't like killing the babies, but it is part of the quest, which it seems like they're not dropping. Let's see how much time we've got left. 29 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna look up the Eye of Innocence again just to make sure that's not bugged again, or that's bugged as well. Well, there's our answer again. So, yep, it says an unintended bug in the March 25th patch disabled these from dropping. Funcom is aware of the bug and is intending to fix it. So basically, Liu Fei questline is completely broken if you were not on PC. So if you're on Xbox or PlayStation, if you don't have access to the admin panel, which I'm not quite sure if you do or not, it would make sense, I think, if you're able to rent a server with PlayStation and stuff like that, then you should be able to get to the admin panel. I would hope so. But yeah, it seems like that questline is completely broken until they fix it. That's just unfortunate. So, and who knows how long it will be until they release a hotfix for that. Hopefully not on their next big update. Hopefully it's going to be here in the next couple of weeks, because that's pretty crazy. And who knows, that may have caused some of Freya's stuff to not work either. So when we start doing that quest line, we got to make sure to check on that, so that way we don't, or we know ahead of time when to actually use the admin
panel. So yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll get real close to Liu Fei, and we will just go ahead and use the admin panel to get the Eye of Innocence, and we should be done with this second part of the quest. Alright, so we will try to find our spot again, which was about right here, I think. And we'll kill ourselves a terror bird, because it's being a nuisance right now. And put Slade right here, back in his usual spot. And kill another terror bird, because why not? Or, I didn't even look like I smacked it with my mace, I just used my shoulder to kill it. It's pretty gnarly. Okay, so I guess we'll go up through here. And then let's check the time real quick and see what it says on the heart here. Ooh, 19 minutes. So yeah, it took about 20, 21 minutes or so to get over here. That's crazy. Alright, so we got the Brimstone, Heart of a Hero, Ancient Rhino Horn, and we just need to get the Eye of Innocence. So let's go ahead and do that, unfortunately. There we go. And we know we did kill some of those babies too, so we technically did it. It's just, like I said, I hate having to do that, but that's just the way that it is right now. I guess... do we talk to him again? Yeah.
At last. Have you collected all the ingredients?
Yes, sir. The heart, the horn, the eyes, and an ounce of brimstone. It's all here.
Excellent. With these items, the beast's abjuration is almost at hand. But I must rest now and gather my strength for what is to come. I will keep hold of the ingredients until the time of the ritual. Heed my call when it comes. And now, I grow weary.
Aye, aye, Captain. We'll see you in about 8 hours. Alright, so I guess we'll do some more finagling and see if we can't get it to go... if I can mess with it again to make it go 8 hours ahead, or I guess just wait for the next hours to go through naturally. So, well, I will cut back when that is... when the next part of the quest is ready. So just give me just a minute, or I guess, well, in your case it would be a minute, but for me, I guess it'll be doing this for 8 hours, or just trying to see if I can get it to do some tweaks and see if I can get it to work. Alright, I will cut back when it is ready.
Please, my time is short.
Okay. Let's not waste any time then.
What I am to tell you is beyond belief.
Okay. I have seen many things beyond belief in the Exiled Lands. Who are you?
I am the true Liu Fei, sorcerer to the celestial emperor of Kitai, master of the five storms, and sacred defender of the many-petaled throne.
Wait, what? Huh? So the other one's a trickster, I guess? I guess it's the plant. Maybe? Or his doppler... I say doppelganger, but more or less like his altered ego, I guess. The true Liu Fei. Who have I been helping?
You have been tricked. The manifestation you have been toiling for is none other than the beast we both seek to banish.
Really? Huh. Okay. The demon.
The very same. I was lured to the Yothka plant by the Devourer, locked within the plant's powerful tendrils.
And why should I believe you?
Because our foe is a deceiver from a realm beyond time. With eons to draw its plans, it has foreseen almost every eventuality.
Almost.
Hubris is a failing common among the demonkind. It never occurred to the beast that a mere mortal could possess the depth of willpower to resist the Yothka's entrancement, let alone reach out to you.
Interesting. Okay. A likely story.
Much of what the demon told you is true. I did come to the exiled lands to banish it. But I suppose hubris is a failing in man, as well as beast.
And it seems like that's actually pretty good, like, change of voice acting, too. I'm pretty sure it's the same guy doing both voices, but his range is pretty good. He's able to make it more kind of soft-spoken in a way with his... If this is the one that's the good the good version of him, compared to the demon, I should say, that we've been talking to and stuff. Okay, so continue.
I was young, but my natural skill for sorcery outstripped that of my mentor, and I was able to do something he couldn't. Commune with the underworld.
That's pretty cool. Okay, let's continue.
When I learned of the demon's existence, I became obsessed with learning all I could about the beast. I broke the trust of my mentor and consulted forbidden scrolls to learn the demon's name.
Well, if you push too far, you know, and not heed your mentor's guidance and his advice, you kind of get yourself in some binds. Okay. Continue.
Names are power in the human world, and when I discovered its true name, I believed in my youthful arrogance that I possessed the will to banish it, after stealing its secrets.
Yeah. Being too young and too naive and too arrogant. Or I should say too arrogant and stuff about what you're doing. Okay, then what is the demon's true name?
I cannot remember. Some malign aspect of the Yotka plant's embrace saps me of my memories.
I like how we say convenient. How can I know anything you say is true?
Both wisdom and logic dictate that you cannot know anything I say is true. But my research is another matter. Find it, and learn the beast's true name.
How does learning its name prove anything you say?
If I were the demon, I would do anything to prevent you from gaining that secret. Knowledge of a fiend's true name grants you power over it. The ritual to subjugate a demon requires that knowledge.
Okay, so where is this research?
In my dwelling, within a spire atop the Celestial Plaza. Read my research, learn the ritual, and do not forget its name.
Okay, sir. I will not. You have my word that we will get the name and bring it back to you. Okay, so I think this is where we have to go. Right here, I think. This little tower-like structure from the Celestial Plaza, like on top of this, from the city of Zelha. So we will go in that direction. And let's see if that is the case. Okay, so I think his dwelling is on top of this tower here. So let's try and see if we cannot climb. And we'll do this in segments. Oh, come on now. Where is it coming from? Oh, there you go. And I think we have one more 8-hour timer after this one. And I think that's it. I think we'll actually be able to get him as a companion after that. And my stamina is going down quite fast. Just because we have a little bit of corruption. Okay, so now we just got to climb this. Take another break right here. Yeah, those man apes aren't happy about me climbing up here, and Dagger's just teleporting right in front of them. Okay, do one more leap there, and we should, once we climb up here, we should be all right to get up to the top. If we don't fall, that is. Okay, looks like we got ourselves an Imp King in here. What the hell is that? Like squatting over there. Is it one of their little mini demons? Actually doing an emote of some sort? That's interesting. Okay. I'm pretty sure all they're going to attack me once I attack him. Yep. Yep, I was right. He didn't put up much of a fight, did he? Okay, so what is this? Is that another Imp King, or is this another... Woo, wait a minute. Let's get up close on that. Is that what they look like up close? No. So this is an entirely new species of something that he's conjured up. Bro, that's a little scary. Scary looking. Okay, so we've got to get these nodes. And I think you can get them in any order, so let's start with this one. Okay, 1 out of 5. Three out of 5. Four out of 5. Okay, which one's this? 2 of 5. And this one. And I do want to get, from when I was watching Pixel Caves' video, he was talking about, you know, the different perks you can get for each quest that you do from him. And I'm going to use I'm actually going to check the pedestal for this one because I actually like that regenerative stasis that he gets. I really like the sound of that one, so I'm going to... Yeah, okay, I guess they don't leave the actual thing that they're sitting on, so... Okay, so yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and take this book, or interact with it if I can. Okay, definitely shattered. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these notes and let's see what they say. Can you read them? Oop, cannot move them. Oh, here we go. More info. So I was sitting there wondering, like, how in the heck do you read them? Okay, so we have day 178. See, I find myself within the forest primeval, a trackless jungle wasteland stalked by antediluvian beasts. I was about to say, like, pardon me if I get these words wrong, but beasts from a lost age. Even the flora here evidences a malignant and threatening aspect. Day 191. See, at long last I have discovered that which I seek. On the far edge of the jungle, I have identified a Yothica plant, a hellspawn apparition of nature that should not be in our world. Well, there is insufficient time to study the diabolic metaphysics of the Yothica. It's, in simple terms, I believe the root system acts a dimensional conduit or gateway that will admit the demon to our world. Okay, and 192. Before I attempt to challenge the beast, I must gain power over it. I must learn its true name. Unfortunately, the only way to gain this hidden knowledge is from one of the demons on it. Okay, that's weird. It's kind of... Yeah, these must be typos. So let's read that again. It's like, gain this hidden knowledge is from one of the demon's own ilk. Fortunately, demons are a treacherous and saturine race, prone to betraying each other. After the sun goes down, I will attempt contact with the demon world. Okay, cool. I apologize, like I said, if I was butchering some of those words. Like, there's a couple of typos in there. And it has been forever and a day since I actually, like, read anything out loud. So, let's see. Let's just kind of... I probably won't read the rest of these. I'll probably just kind of slowly let them go. Like, I'll scroll down slowly so that everyone can, you know, have a chance to read them. But I will say Zalthiel. Is that the demon's name? That'd be really cool. That's actually an interesting name. Okay, so he was gathered, or granted him the first syllable, me. Okay, this is page 3. So za. So me za. Okay. And I think these are supposed to be apostrophes. And they just hit the question marks on accident, I think. Okay, so number 4. Ugh. Pound of my own skin as bait. Oh, jeez. So, Mizamal? Jeez. I get the links we go to gather knowledge, I suppose. Okay, and then number 5, just right here. So the writing on this page is messy and broken, but you can barely make it out. Lek. That final syllable is lek. Oh, he must have gone kind of insane. I mean, who wouldn't? If you're communicating with a demon and then he's like messing with your mind, giving you nightmares and asking you like really bizarre stuff, especially like flaying your own skin off. Yeah, he definitely dabbled in something he probably shouldn't have. Okay, so I think that's all we needed to do there, so head back down and get back to him. If I don't fall and die to my fall to my death, I mean. I just want to know how he got up there. Because I don't think there's any other way to get up there other than climbing. I mean, he is a sorcerer. He could just teleport or just levitate up there. Alright, so let's go back over here to him, turn these in, and see what he has to say. And like I said, I think this is going to trigger another 8-hour timer. Which I think is the last one before we can actually get him as a companion. Okay. What's up, Liu Fei? What can you tell us now that we've got all your notes?
Did you consult my research and discover the beast's true name?
Okay, so your experiments got loose and destroyed much of your research, but I learned the name Mazamalek.
Experiments? I scoured the breadth of hell to collect those troublesome imps. They were to serve as ritual vessels to imprison the beast within.
Okay, chill. I didn't mean to offend. So let's see, continue.
It is very well you learn the name, but we require one of those imps to perform the ritual.
Okay. Those imps must be halfway back to the 9 hells by now.
Leave it to me. You have your own part to play in a dangerous gambit.
Do I? What do you need me to do?
Before the demon calls to you, you must find some black lotus.
Okay. I will procure the Black Lotus. What then?
Then, when the demon summons you, answer its call. And when the beast bids you place out the devil's bone meal, burn the Black Lotus instead.
Okay. Which I believe, I'm looking at my little notepad that I typed out for this, and I have the Black Lotus flower as my other perk for the Eternal Servitude. So cool. That kind of lines up with, you know, if this is really his true self, then that would be really cool just to have him as he actually is and not the demon form. So cool. So let's continue on that.
At that point, my imp will enter the circle, and we will bind the beast within its fall.
Ah, so that's where that perk comes from, where he summons an imp. Okay, so that makes sense. It's pretty cool that they've, you know, made like his perks kind of coexist or like stick together with the actual story of his. That's really cool immersion, I think, in my opinion. Let's see, that's it?
That is it. We are done for today. Be well rested for tomorrow. You can be certain the demon will be.
Well, I'm sure. That's a crazy and desperate sounding scheme, and I'm not sure I believe any of it.
If delivering the beast's true name does not convince you of my intentions, then I fear nothing will. But know that your misgivings damn me to this mental prison.
Uh-oh. Was I supposed to do that? I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, I mean, it is a choice to pick, so hopefully that doesn't, like, ruin the thing. Because that did seem like he was really pissed off at that. Oh well, we'll see. So goodbye. Okay, so well, I suppose, like I said, that is going to be the next 8-hour break. So, and I think then we'll go get the Black Lotus flower, and we'll just go ahead, and I believe what we need to do next when we get that is we put it in this, or maybe that's for just the sacrificial stone, I think. Well, I don't know. It could be for the Black Lotus powder flower too. So, yeah, we'll see about that when we come back after that 8-hour break. So, cool, yeah. So I will pause it here again, and I will cut back when that is done. And we will finally finish this quest, hopefully. And like I said, hopefully that last choice didn't mess anything up, which I don't think it does, or it would have, just because this game's not really set up for those types of choices. At least I don't think, but I mean, who knows? But I kind of have this feeling that it didn't really mess anything up, but we'll just have to check it when we come back to this. Alright, so well, like I said, I'll just cut back to when that 8-hour break is done, and we'll go get the Black Lotus flower, and we'll talk to him and hopefully finish up the quest. Alright, I will see you guys then. Let's kind of not demon version of Liu Fei. I want to speak to the real one, please.
The time of my deliverance is at hand. Exile, take out the devil's bone meal and place it atop the chalk circle. Perform the ritual with it, and I shall be free.
Nope. We're going to get the Black Lotus flower in just a second, and we're going to yeet you out of, I guess, the good version of Liu Fei. Yeah, so that way you will be uncorrupted. Okay, let's continue.
But take warning, Exile. It is said the roots of the Yothka plant stretch all the way back to hell. There is a slight chance some of the foul denizens of that hateful realm take note of our ritual and attempt to join in.
Okay. And what do you mean by a slight chance?
They will come, and they will try to slay you. Be prepared for the onslaught.
Okie dokie. But first... Did I even get that? Oh, I did. And there's the... Oh, they... Oh, in his video it was... Or Pixel Cave's video said it was 40 minutes? I guess they upped it up to 23 hours. Interesting. Okay, well... Well, let's go... to the Black Garden real fast. And gather that. Black Lotus flower. And bring it back. Okay, let's run in here real fast and collect just one plant. There we go. Voices, jeez. Okie dokie. So, I suppose we need to put the Black Lotus flower in this thing. So let's take a look. So let's see, yeah, I think we can just... There we go. Black Lotus flower there, so let's go ahead and craft that. And see what happens. Oh, here we go. And these things look ugly looking. They're cool though. Woo, that's a jump. Jeez. This is cool. I like this. They got pretty creative with their animations on these beasts. Or these monsters, I should say.
What have you done?
Your deceit is revealed, Mesomelik. And with that, your doom is sealed.
Nice. I wonder what you get from these things. Thick hide? Oh, yeah, we can take that. Brimstone. Nice, got some demon blood too. Okay. Hey, what's up, Liu Fei? Glad to see you, finally.
Thank you, Exile. It is done. The demon is bound within the imp, and subject to my holding enchantments. It will bother us no more.
Nice. Okay, what now?
What now? My work here is done. I would see this strange place you call the Exile Lands. That is, if you have room for a traveling companion.
I could use the Master of the Five Storms. Let's go. Nice. Awesome. We got Liu Fei, guys. I think I only have like a minute and 35 minutes left on it. Hold on, what's this? Iron Torch, 51 minutes. Yeah, let's just use that instead. Alright. Let's get him away from here and see if he does anything else. Okay, so he has a steel spear that is epic. Imperial wizard robes. And I think I didn't really pay attention to the right side when we did that, but I think we've got the... Because I believe once you finish his quest, you are able to get his outfit. So I think we learned that. I'll have to take a look at the knowledge tab in just a second just to confirm that. But nice. All right, so there's that. And what is his perks? Let's see if all those perks were able to register. Well, not that. Okay, so regenerative stasis. Liu Fei's secret technique was discovered with this research. Liu Fei may become encased in a protective barrier that rapidly mends his wounds. Eternal servitude. Yeah, that's the Yothika plant. Ritual was interrupted. A spirit has been trapped inside a foul imp, which Liu Fei may now summon for aid in combat. And corrupting curse. Sorcery went unused after delivering sacrificial blood. Liu Fei's attacks may curse enemies, weakening them, dealing damage over time, and draining corruption from anyone nearby. Okay. So new companion, of course, yeah. Temporarily ignoring follower cap and other follower incompatibilities in order to follow you back to base. Okay. Cool. 64% on agility, 88 on strength. Vitality 40%. And grit 82%. So he's pretty good on DPS, it seems like, with his strength and stuff. 17% max strength damage bonus. 7% max agility damage bonus. Vitality health bonus, 745. And grit armor bonus, 88. And he starts out at level 5 with 2,110 hit points. That's pretty dope. Because at level 13, she only has 3,118. So, yeah, that's good. They made these voiced, or fully voiced, I should say, followers quite powerful, at least in terms of health pool. So, I wonder what Freya's health is like. Because that's definitely what I want to try to get next, I think, is her. So, yeah, we'll definitely get to find out what her health pool is like, and her stats, too. Alright, so we might as well go back and get Slade and head back. Now that we've got our companion Liu Fei. And I have to admit something that, because like I was saying, I was doing this video in segments, and that is true. But what I didn't mention is, because I think earlier in the couple of segments that I did at this recording, that I mentioned that I was going to try and do the clock on the computer to try and fast forward it to get this quest to initiate each time I logged in. Well, apparently that does not work, or I'm just doing it completely wrong. So I literally had to wait the 8 hours in like real time. Obviously logged off, of course. And so when I logged back on, or logged back in, it actually started the quest. So it seems like just doing it naturally is the best case scenario. So if anyone ever wants to attempt this, and if you do get the PC time to work, that's awesome. Because you definitely did something that I couldn't obviously get to work, but it just seems like doing the natural 8-hour timer is the way to go if you want it to work correctly. So I guess that's my advice. You know, after just completing this. And I think next episode I want to kind of want to take him, I think, with us to do Freya's quest. Because that'd be pretty cool to have them both side by side when we bring her back to base. And it also gives us a chance to try him out, see what his powers are like. You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, have I ever seen this before? This city right here? This has to be... Yeah, this has got to be part of that river mod. So, yeah, that's really, really cool. If this is a whole another huge city you can explore for this. Let me obviously kill the explode. Well, never mind. Let him do it on his own. But yeah, I didn't even know this was here. So let me see if I can, like, trigger the name of this place. It's a Morian Guard 3. Okay. Wow. Okay, so this is like another Septimero, it looks like. Like, almost identical, it seems like. I just wonder if there's a name to this place. It doesn't seem like there is. Oh. Zamora. Nice. Okay, well. I'll, definitely come back to this. And we'll fully explore it. At a later date. Oops. Because I didn't even know this was here. I just turned over to the left, going up the hill here. And I saw it, you know, coming into view, and I was like, wait, what is this? I don't think I've ever seen this yet. So, cool. Okay, so we've got a whole nother city to explore later. And potentially maybe have some cool thralls in there we can take. But yeah, guys, I think once we get into here and get comfortable and get ourselves situated, I think that's what's going to call it for this episode. And I think next time, like I said, I think what we'll do is we'll... Huh. Dagger? You're actually swimming? That's a first. It's good to know that you can actually swim. He's no longer following me, okay? Okay, so let's put her back up. If possible.
Such a pretty sight. Hiding folks.
Okay, that's strange. Why is there a thrall up on top of my building? What are you? Oh, a tavern patron? Golly. Yeah, I gotta figure out what's going on with this. Because it seems like instead of them appearing over here now, they're like appearing up on top of things, even without the gate being in here. It just may be because it's all pushed together. Or so close together. But yeah, I think next time, I think what we'll do is we'll go and try and get Freya. And we'll see what her story's all about. Now that we've gotten Liu Fei. That's a pretty cool looking priest. Set priest. Okay, so let's put him in here. Like, what in the hell are you doing, sir? I guess I caught you guys in the act, right? Is this what you guys do when I'm not here? Doing some wild shenanigans and some wild parties? And you guys didn't wait for me to get back to experience this? Okay, we'll just put him on the armor's bench and let him do things. I suppose I can do that with Freya. Or not Freya, wow. Get Dagger. And put her back where she needs to go. Right there. Well, alright guys. Well, I think, like I said, that'll do it for this episode. And we'll definitely go and try and get Freya next time. In the next episode and see what her story is like and all that. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming out and checking out this video, and I do apologize for it being, you know, delayed and stuff, because when I made that community post, I was literally, you know, just now sitting down to actually work on it, because, you know, life's been pretty busy lately. But I do appreciate you guys' patience though. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys checking out the content, watching the video. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the playlist of all these episodes, and hopefully you guys are, you know, enjoying it and stuff. But yeah, if you know, like, if you're new here, of course, and you haven't subscribed yet, you know, feel free to subscribe if you like. But yeah, I really do appreciate you guys coming out, checking out the content, checking out the video, and I will catch you guys next time. And just hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, comment, and share the video. And I will see you guys next time. See ya.